Welcome to the first in a series of my summer vlogs. Now, we're at a rather special lake up in Midlands. I have fished it before and we're going to call it the Deep Lake. Some lovely old dark warriors in here. Some beautiful fish, you know, some scaly ones, some commons, just some absolute awesome fish in here. And we've had a little look round already. We put a bottle in one of the swims and there's no one else here, would you believe? There's nobody else here at all. It's crazy, isn't it? And I thought we'll push the boat around and I'll have a little chat about the vlogs and where we've been the last 2 or 3 weeks, because we haven't been posting any vlogs up, the reason why, and what we're going to do going forward. Also, you'll be seeing plenty of pork chop, all the rigs, everything, how we approach the next 48 hours, and we'll be having biscuit of the week. We've got to have biscuit of the week, haven't we, eh? Must do, must have biscuit of the week. So, welcome to the vlog. So guys, welcome to the first summer vlog. What's been happening? Why haven't I been doing lots and lots of vlogs every week? Work has got in the way. Life has got in the way, as it always does. Become a granddad. Getting married in October, loads of stuff going on with that, loads of organisation with Mrs. B, and it's just been hectic, it's just been crazy. I just have not foreseen getting out every week like I used to do some fishing. So I've had to change the way we do the vlogs. The way we're going to do them from now on is every 3 to 4 weeks we'll do like a monthly vlog or a 3-week vlog like this one, and we'll come to a lake like we are today, the Deep Pit, and we'll go through the 48 hours or 24-hour session, but how we're going to fish and tactics and all that sort of stuff, plus all the favourites like him, the old pork chop, and biscuit of the week, all them type of things that you're used to, that we used to do on a weekly basis, going to be in that monthly vlog. We're also going to look back. If I've managed to get out for 1 or 2 sessions in that month, we'll have a little look at what we were doing in those sessions. So that's sort of why we haven't been as active putting out weekly vlogs. We just haven't been fishing. We've just got so much going on in life. So where are we? We're at the Deep Pit. Now it's about 10 acres. I mean, if you remember a couple of years ago, we fished it for a spring and a little bit in the winter and a little bit here and a little bit there, and we did all right. We had fish up to 39. In fact, this swim here, this is called Lower Point, I believe. Lovely swim. I don't know if you remember, we had a lovely linear, you know, mid to upper 20 it was, if my memory serves me right, floater fishing, and we actually filmed the actual strike on the old floater. You know, when he actually took it, you actually, oh, that wasn't too healthy, was he? Actually, when he took it. So let's just give him something. You know, look. He loves it. Go on then. So he's going up to bury it now. He don't want to eat it, he's just going to bury it. So yeah, we caught that lovely linear from the same swim as we're in now, Lower Point. We also had a lovely 39 grey warrior of a carp on a couple of night session that we did back in the summer, that may have been, or autumn. Yeah, I mean, we had quite a few fish. We've done really well. It's a lovely lake. I dropped my ticket last year, but I got it back this year. It's gin clear. You cannot see anything in the water. It's so clear, it's like tap water. It really is, unbelievably. Which brings up loads of different problems with line lay and how you feed and all that type of stuff. But we'll talk about all that as we go on through the session. So what have I been up to? Where have we been? Well, if you looked at the very last spring vlog, we had those 2 lovely fish. We had that big scaly, spawned out, cracking old warrior, that long leany, and we had another sort of scaly one as well, lovely one, 34 I think it was, and I packed up. But what you didn't see is when I packed up, I actually spoke to Mrs. B, because it was fishing so well, she actually let me do an extra night. So we stayed in the swim, much to discuss with some of the other members and wanting to move in because we'd had a couple of bites. Let's feed him again, look. He's playing up now because we're on camera, isn't he? Oh yeah, we had those 2 lovely fish and we stayed. Mrs. B let me stay another night. and we was rewarded. I just knew I had to stay because I was going to catch another one. We was rewarded with an absolute perler of a common, again spawned out, £39 plus. It's been out of £49 the spring before. An absolute unbelievable fish, you know, an unbelievable common. So I had a really good session down at the Alien Lake. 3 fish, 3 nights, you know, broke the curse of the rods, broke the curse of them in the UK anyway. We did have one trip to the Park Lake as well a couple of weeks ago. Got down there really early, watched a lovely sunrise, found some fish, they were showing, managed to get the rods out, got them all in place, lovely, spotted over a little bit of pellet and stuff over the top. Not that I normally do that, but it was a little bit slow and I wanted to try to track the fish into the area, but to no avail. We had a couple of nights and the fish just melted away and no one was catching anything. It was, you know, it was warm and it's just one of them things again, nothing. So that's where we've got to. We've got up to that point and now we're at the deep pit. Now when I got over here, I could see quite a few fish showing this morning, you know, moving about, head and shouldering in this general area. Out in front of here, right over the other side, down the right, but I did see a few up the other end as well. We had a good walk round, sea fish everywhere really, and I knew it's going to be hot, and I knew the wind was going to trickle down this way. So we set a stall out of here because I know this can fish really well with a new wind. It was a bit of a new wind, it's not going to be that strong, but it's going to be hot. You get a bit of shade here, and I hate the heat. Up the other end, there's just no shade, so a little bit of shade, and we were rocking. So we managed to get the rods out, absolutely perfect. I had it all written down from last time I was in the swim, where the spots were, got all 3 out, and I've changed the rigs, fishing shorter, stiffer D rigs now, not as long, shorter, with balanced bottom baits. Well, one's a pop-up actually with a little bit of the old putty underneath, and the other 2 are bottom baits, one with a little tip, a little bit of corn, and the other one is, yeah, and the other one's tipped to a little bit of corn as well. So we got them out on the spots. There was still the odd fish showing. I waited quite a while, about 4 hours in fact. I've only just sat down after 8 hours, got all the spod gear together. It's nice, you know, like hemp, groats, chop boilies, whole boilies, 2 lots of pellet that I used. I used like the Monster X pellet, which complements the fish meal Monster X boilies that I'm using, and Hinder's Ellipse pellets, you know, both really oily, really got lots of good stuff in them. You know, the Ellipse pellets been around forever. Monster X fish meal pellets, they just enhance the actual boilies. They match up, you know, I'm matching it all up, so I get more smell into the smell and oil into the swim, try and push them fish down onto the baited area. So we've got all 3 rods out, all happy, and I'm still seeing quite a few fish milling about underneath the surface, swimming along up to some pads to the right. There's been a couple of fish up there. Even as I'm talking now, there's fish out there coming through the swim. Now, should have brought me floaters, shouldn't I? Should have brought me zigs, but I didn't. Like a fool, as usual. So that's where we're at. You know, fish are still moving about, they're in the area. We set our traps for tonight. We've got 2 nights, and we're just gonna see as it is. Everything's sorted, everything's set, lines are down. I'm using a fluorocarbon coated, just like I did in the last vlog. Fluorocarbon coated copolymer. The reason behind that is it still casts well, it's not as wiry, and the fluorocarbon coating on it's not to make it invisible, but to make it heavy. So it's smooth, heavy, sinks like a brick, disappears on the bottom of the lake bed. So I'm fishing really slack lines. I'm only fishing like 40 yards out, and I've put 15 spods over one area and 10 spods over the other. I'm fishing 2 rods on one spot, and I'm fishing 1 rod on another spot, just a bit to the left, and I've spread the spoms out, you know, around those 2 areas and 3 hook baits. So hopefully, fingers crossed, over the next 48 hours we're going to see if we can catch one for the camera. So there you go, that's what I thought I'd get you up to date, what me and the old steak burglar have been up to over the last 3 or 4 weeks. We haven't gone away, we're still going to be releasing other little videos, little reviews, and we may even bring back question of the week, and you know, we're going to start doing some more live streams again, because obviously I'll stop doing them because just been so busy with work, becoming a granddad, family, getting married. It's just I couldn't do it all, and what I had to suffer was the vlogs. Right, I'm going to get sorted because I haven't been asleep for 26 hours. Because I was working yesterday evening just so I could come today. We drove down at 1 o'clock in the morning, me and the Carp Dog. So I'm going to have a cup of tea, I'm going to settle down, everything's sorted. It's 12:30, and I'm going to get myself about 3 or 4 hours shut eye, then I'll come back to you. Well, welcome back. Well, as you can see, it's looking even better than it did earlier on. I've had a good rest, about 4 hours kip, a little siesta. Wind's picked up a bit, it's pushing down there even better. Sun's starting to get a bit lower in the sky. The heat's starting to dissipate, and it's looking spot on out there for a bite tonight or tomorrow morning. I'm going to get some food in me, get an early night, catch up on some sleep, and hopefully get woke up in the night or early morning. I reckon early morning is when I've got a good chance of getting a bite. So the rods are out, got them out early. I'm looking forward to hopefully bagging one over the next couple of days. Tomorrow we'll look at the rigs, look at the little D rig that I use, and of course we'll do Biscuit a week, so stay tuned. And I'm going to keep on watching, keep on looking, cuddle up to old Pork Chop, the old steak burglar himself, for the evening, get some Zeds in and feel refreshed for an early morning take. Well, good morning. All you can see there is a little paw sticking out. Look, that's all you can see from him. Oh look, it's awake. Look at it, look, it's awake. And it's out. But yeah, look, a bit of a misty morning, isn't it? Nothing happened last night. I was really surprised. I thought we would have had a bite last night. I really did. Did sleep well though. I didn't wake up or anything, so look how misty it is out there. It was even mistier earlier on. It was proper misty, you couldn't even see. You couldn't even see out the back there, look. Out there. But it's going to be even warmer today. Oh look, he's having a little stretch up. And he's having a little stretch up. But yeah, nothing happening. Very, very quiet. Not seen nothing this morning, been up for about an hour, although I couldn't see anything, it was so misty. Only a couple of bleeps last night, but I think that might be one of the rats running through. But no, very, very quiet. So I'm going to get the coffee on, and we should have a look at Biscuit of the Week. Well, welcome to Biscuit of the Month, not Biscuit of the Week. Look, he's loving it and all. Right, I've got a rather special, actually, there's only half a packet left of these. Check these out, right? I was making a cup of coffee this morning, and these are absolutely perfect for a cup of coffee. Look at him, look at him. But Lotus Biscoffs, they're called. Check those out. Look, Lotus Biscoffs. Now, a couple of you have suggested these. Thank you very much for suggesting them. Look at those little biscuits. How can I describe them? Look at that, look. How can I describe them biscuits? Well, they're, I don't know really. They're very unique. They're very, very sugary. Very sugary. Very sweet. What do you think? He thinks they're lovely. And they're only £1 a packet, and they're perfect with a cup of coffee. Not had them with tea yet, only with coffee. Look at that.
They dunk lovely as well. Look at that, look. I think they might have a bit of ginger in them. Not quite sure. But they sort of melt in your mouth. They're very nice. And yeah, I'm trying to read what they got in them. Natural ingredients, apparently. And they say they're a unique recipe. Which they are unique. So check them out, guys. They are perfect for your morning coffee, if you're at work or if you're fishing. Look. On them. And the Carp Dog can have them as well. Check those bad boys out. Oh. Lotus Biscuits. Oh. Lovely. There you go. Biscuit of the month.
Well, welcome back. A lot's happened, would you believe, since I last spoke to you. Packed all the gear up, me and him, packed it all up, and we've moved round the corner about 2 swims to this little swim, which is sort of not really fished that much. But I see this morning, after I spoke to you, a couple of fish were poking their heads up and about short, about 20 yards out. So I came round, reeled in earlier on, reeled all the rods in, and come round with just a rod and had a little bit of a flick around with a lead. So it's looking a bit special out there. So we're going to get everything set up. I brought the rods down, they're down there, and we're going to, last night we're going to give it a go in here. Seen fish in the corner up there, patrolling down along here. So 3 little flicks, little spray boilies. Don't think I'm going to put the particle mix out, don't want to get the spom out really, but we'll see. Still quite deep out here, about 15 foot in the edge, in the margin. It's bloody deep. So that's what we're going to do for our night, last night, plus it's closer to the van. We're pushing the barrow back in the morning. Right, I'm going to get sorted. I'm going to unload all the gear, get everything sorted out, then we're going to have a look at the rigs and get fishing for our last night. I'm going to talk to you about the rig that I'm using on the deep lake. Now, if you remember when I've been fishing the Park Lake, I've been using the Amnesia D-rig, long D-rig with double baits. But for here, because I'm fishing in amongst the weed, normally I'd go for the pop-ups, multi-rig, hinge stiffy. But I rather like the old D-rig in amongst on a hard bit of gravel, in amongst all that weed, and it's just a rig I think is going to work a lot better in these type of conditions. So let's just run you through it, how I fish it. Yeah, right, here we go. Now, there you go. That is 25-pound fluorocarbon, steamed straight on a ring swivel there, with a little bit of give on a lead core leader. Lead core leader is about a couple of foot, nice little 2-ounce lead. So I'm only fishing short. A little bit of putty on there, just so it sinks it, pushes it away and sinks it. Got a curved type shank hook there on a D-rig. Got a bait there, got a wafter, Monster X wafter, a little bit of yellow foam. So it just, when I cast it out on a tight line, it just flitters down like that. Settles in between the weed on the hard gravel areas. Now fish definitely have trouble getting rid of this spring, look, this stiff rigs. I've shortened what I normally fish on the Park Lake. That's about 8 to 9 inches long. I could go a little bit short if I was fishing particles, but I'm fishing over boilies and a little bit of particle mix. Tonight I'll just be fishing over boilies. So there you go, that's the D-rig. I will do a proper full-length video on how to tie this, the mechanics of it, a bit of underwater video as well, how it settles when you cast it out. But in essence, that's what I'm using. Right, I'm going to get these out, get sorted in the new swim. Pork chop's down there, messing about, playing up, he's not getting enough attention. So I'm going to have to give him, look. Here we come then.
You couldn't see him out of shot then, he was all over the place. Go on then. Look at him, look. That's it, now he's probably going to hide it. Well, I'm going to get sorted out in my new swim, get the rigs out, find a couple of little spots 20 yards out where I see the fish this morning. Little spray of 15 millers round the area because I'm only doing the last night in this swim. Don't think I'm going to put this bob mix out. Sit back, relax, enjoy the sunset. See you soon. Right, welcome back. We've managed to get ourselves all sorted out. We've got the rods out, sprayed a load of boilies around, got it all right, got every single rod out, sorted him out, look. Got him sorted, and it's about an hour before dark o'clock. Only about 20 yards out. I've got one up to the left around now, one straight out, and one round to the right. So we're all ready, rock and roll. For our last night, just sprayed about 20 baits around each, not too much. And the good thing is, I see one come up over me middle rod about an hour ago. All looking like we've got a good chance of getting a bite. You never know. You just never know. Look, it's touched this. Look, have a look out there. Look, looking nice, isn't it? That wind's pouring down, just starting to push its way down here. And I've seen one. So, rods are on the dance floor. I'm going to rock and roll. Got to be away early in the morning, but I feel confident that the move will pay off. Let us hope so anyway. Well, I'm going to get him sorted out. Where is he? He's up there somewhere. Get the kettle on, as I always do. Nice cup of Yorkshire tea. One of them biscuit of the weeks, if there's any left, if he ain't all, ate them all. And watch and listen for tonight. And hopefully we'll catch one. See you soon. Well, welcome. I thought I'd share this with you, but I've just seen one crash out down to the left. Oh, pork chops up, look. He's about, I don't know if you can see him. He's moving about, but one just crashed right up to the left. Come right out of the water, it did. Proper big lump right over my left hand rod that we put a few baits around earlier on when we moved around here. It's a full moon as well. Big moon tonight, so I'm hoping one of these chunks is gonna slip up. So I thought I'd just share that with you because it was like a proper big chunkosaurus jumped out. So I'm rubbing my hands, but I must get to sleep. I must go to sleep. I just can't sleep at the moment, so I'm just looking out there thinking it's going to go in a minute. Right, hopefully catch her in a little while when I've caught one, or in the morning. Speak to you soon. Unfortunately, no fish last night or this morning. I was very surprised. I really thought we was going to get one. They were showing, and they have been showing this morning since I've been up early o'clock. A little bit disappointed because I really thought I was on for a bite. I really did. With the fish activity out there, showing in the night and everything else, it looked spot on, cock on out there. Still looks nice, but we got to pack up. All I've got is the rods. All the kit is more or less all packed up there. He's having a donder around in there somewhere. Don't know, here he is, look, star of the show. And we shall return. It's yeah, a little bit disappointing, but it's the first trip back for a couple of years to the deep lake. we've seen fish, we've been on them, and that's all you can do. All you can do is just get on them. If they bite, they bite. If they don't, they don't. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this new sort of look vlog that I'm doing every 3 or 4 weeks. Next trip, we're going to be out to a lake in France, a rather special lake, so be prepared for Le Vlog 2. You'll be seeing that next in about 3 or 4 weeks time, maybe earlier if I can get it done, because next week I'll be out there. And thanks for your continued support, and I hope you enjoy the vlogs and the biscuit of the week. And look, him up there, look, pork chop. And thanks for liking and subscribing, and thanks for watching basically. Right, see you soon guys. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification icon, and I'll see you for the next vlog.